I'm Willem Petrus Nel. I'm staying on Bultfontein Farm, 107. And I'm staying here 25 years now. And I'm farming with cattle, and my hobby is lions. Now the people from the squatters taking over the farm. It's more than 2,000 shacks already on the farm. When I start to clean the farm, I take the court order, because I got a court order with the help of AgriForum, because I'm the member of them. And then I take the court order to Hammanskraal Police. When I come there, the colonel was on leave. I give him to the captain. And I told the captain, they're busy, they're cleaning. They must go and tell them they mustn't clean on the farm. I got a court order to take them off. And they didn't go there, the police. And from there, I go back to AgriForum. They're busy, help me with the people on the farm. But I go to the colonel in Pretoria North. I go to the general, not coming back to me. And from there on, they're still busy. They're coming in every day. They're coming in. It's now 3 weeks. Can't do nothing about it. Get no help from anybody.
Ana inkinga esinayo sisebenzisana noNel la plasini kuneplus asinika wona ama-hectares mara kodwa ama-hectares lakhona seke angakasiniki khona asitshela ukuthi sicala la sifikela mara from iminyaka le yonke siphila le plus sifuyile siyalima lana manje kusisubuhlungu manje kunabantu esebafake imikhukhu kule plus lapha silima khona manje nesinenkomo zidla ngapha eplasini zihlala vele ngapha eplasini so manje okuzwisa ubuhlungu ukuthi labantu manje nabathatha le plus thina ke manje vele sesifila asazi ukuthi emthetho senzile manje besicela ukuthi ugovernment angenelele ngoba le plus vele siyalethu siyalisebenzisa le plus ngoba manje kubuhlungu namhlanje lo mhlaba besusebenzisa siphila ngawo manje abantu sebahlala kiyo lekuthi nebesifuna sikubhekile ukuthi kuzokwenzeka kuleli plus angeke kusenzeka manje sekuyashabalala.
There's no case in South Africa of any white person forced out of his own property, not even by EFF. What we did as the EFF was to occupy the unoccupied land. Hey, that one we do peacefully, there's no problem. That's all we do. We are occupying the unoccupied land while we are still waiting for a proper fertile land. It must still come. We are passing time with empty land. We are looking for the real thing. And we are going to do so without killing any white person. There will never be blood.
I don't know where they come from, because I don't go there, because they want to fight with me. If I ask them anything, they want to fight with me. So I don't go there. Maybe they will kill me when I go that side. And they told me they got no homes, that's why they take the farm. I think it's part of that, of taking the farm without compensation, because I don't think it's people from nearby the people here, because I don't know them, And the community from this side, all of them, they know me. For 25 years, I got no problem with them. Some of them, more than 50 of them, got cattle with me on the farm. They're grazing with my cattle. And I get other people, they make some land for food for them. More than 25 years I was with these people. So I don't think it's people from here.
Rena re utlwane le lekgoha ka nako ya ka ngwaga wa 1992 he re kena mo re filwe poleke ya o lema ya re ntse re lema gwa tsena mikhukhu e ileng ka mo morago ga diwae ba re tlosa mo ne re lema mo teng ra ya yo kgopela lekgoa gore re kgopela go lema gobane temo e re fa dijo ka mo hae ka gore tšhelete ya modende a e bereke selo re na le ditlogolo re na le bana ba bannyane ba bomma bona ile gore ka nako se dinga ba bereke ene he re lemile kwa re kgono kry-a mmidi ra o shedisa ra re go shedisa ra boa ka mo hae bana ba ja ra kga merogo bana ba sheba then gone beno re mo bothateng ga re itse gore re tlo bereka bjang ka gore setse ba re tsetse mašimo a rona bane re kgopela government ka he le bona re le bomme re le group le ba bang ga ba teng gona bjanong rona ba ile ba re bitsa gore re tle re tlo bonana le batho ba TV e be re tla re tlo kgona ikopantsha le bona re mo sellong re tlo sokola re tlo bana le tlala ka mo lapeng bana ba ka setse gobane ne ile sentenyane ne re ikira re lemile re lema ditlonyana re lema mmidi re lema morogo gore bana ba kgone o tja re bana ba itse le maraka ka tšekole a ditse gore re tlo kry-a kae maraka ene re a fa bana re ba rutwa thuto ela eno re tsetse mašimo re mo sellong re re government a eke le rena e re hadime e bone gore bomme le bona ne ba itseya ba itsatsa ka gore lekgwane le dumeletse la re fa mašimo a mang gape morago a ale a mathomo so re kgopela thuso ya gore le rena re kgone go kry-a mo re tšang mo teng bana ba rena ba tla ba kgone gore ba ba golang ba kgone go kry-a sa go ja.
The conference was very clear that go ahead and ensure that we do have land reform in our country. There should be land redistribution. And one of the mechanisms that you should use should be the expropriation of land without compensation, so that the land that was taken away from our people can be restored to the people of our country, so that the assets that are meant to work to improve the lives of our people, such as land, do precisely that.
I will start now to sell the cattle. I got 100 now because I sell 300 already. Because I can't stay here. Maybe they come and kill me tomorrow. Maybe today, I don't know. I got the stud cattle. It's not a Brahman it's pure Brahman. It's the Hindu Brahman. So it's not plenty people who got this Hindus. But now I must sell all of them. I can't stay here with all these people. They said before August they want to come still by the tar road. So, and then where must I go? It worries me a lot because we didn't steal the farm, we buy the places. So then when they take it without compensation, what gonna we do? We must live. There's no money for us. Because I sell all the cattle, everything, what must I do? We buy the land, it's not that we steal it. From who must we steal it? I don't know where we're gonna go now, from now on. I see no future for white people, special for us in this land. I see no future.
We need to unlock the economic potential of this country's land. If ownership, tenure, and the use of this country's land remains restricted to a small minority, as it is today, we will never realize the contribution it can make to the growth and development of our economy.
Kale ukuphila nale ndoda la ngo92 siphila nayo sihleli naye la sinenkomo silima sisenza konke lokho manje this year sibona kungena abantu baningi labantu bangena la manje asazi ukuthi thina senzeni manje ngabo ipari yabantu manje babethela imikhulu lapha kule ndawo sihleli kuyo siphila kuyo andangikho ngiwani sibaningi silima sibaningi sinenkomo sihleli phasi kwale ndawo sonke siyalima manje asazi ukuthi senzeni ibile namanje nje phansi kokuhlala kwethu lezinye inkomo zethu sesizithengisile sishiyeke neparanyana yenkomo zethu ukuthi manje asayazi le paranyana sihleli ngayo siphile njani and singabantu bepension asazi ukuthi siphile njani and sisakuphila njani ngoba labantu bayasithuka basenza konke lokhu basixosha kule ndawo siyephi labantu la asibazi laba abaphuma kuphi labantu abanye baphuma khona la sihlezi khona la iduza la ilokushini ama XR YP mara federal laba abanye laba abaphumi khona baphuma kude sibazi ukuthi baqhamuka kuphi abanye
You was saying if you finish you must do the jobs with you. That's all. Take a wash out.
Firstly, in terms of the law as it stands now, it's illegal. Secondly, we know that there is a process that's before Parliament of expropriation of land without compensation, which is a matter that requires a legislative drive so that it is backed up by legislation and endorsed by our Constitution. Even when you reach that point of expropriation, there are processes that are going to be undertaken. How land is going to be expropriated and how it's going to be managed and who is responsible for expropriation. It can be anyone and everyone. The instance you are talking about, firstly, it's illegal, it's a private land. It's a matter that from where I'm sitting requires law enforcement agencies to kick in. Normally in situations like this, we do advise those who are affected to go to a police station, open up a case, and secondly go to a court to secure an eviction order, which becomes a tool that he uses to evict people. However, often because people delay in taking action, you find that you end up being in a situation where PI Act comes in, where people have stayed on your land for over 48 hours. Often courts may decide that you have to provide alternative accommodation, depending on the circumstances of occupation and so on. So it's a matter that's under the control of the courts and the pronouncements of the courts. Once an eviction order is granted, usually it works in tandem with the sheriff of the court, who will lead the process of evicting people, supported either by the police or security companies. In the instance of us as government, we have relied on private security companies to help us evict people from land where they're not supposed to be. But in some instances, you find that the court has pronounced that alternative accommodation has to be given, in which case you then need to identify land where such people can be relocated. But as you put it to me, it's something that's illegal. It's a violation of property laws of the country until such time that Parliament has finalized the issue of expropriation. It becomes difficult to condone such because there is no legal basis for that action.
I can't remember, I'm away, man, Joe. Yes, we are investigating cases of intimidation as well as trespassing after the owner of the farm opened the case. But so far, no one has been arrested yet, and we will be investigating and trace those who are influencing people to go and erect the shacks in that particular farm. Remember, when you erect a shack or a structure in open space or in somebody's place, there is processes which are be followed for the people to be removed in those particular area. What's supposed to happen, they must have a court order which might say those people must not erect their shacks in that particular area, and that particular court order, it will be executed by the sheriff. The police will only escort the sheriff to the particular place to remove those shacks, not the police. Our mandate is to investigate and keep law and order into the country.
You would know that as government we have always reduced red ends, because the police will tell you that ours is to, we will accompany, we're not allowed to physically remove properties and so on. The law, they would argue that the law constrains them from physically removing structures, breaking down structures and so on. The farmer, because as a farmer, surely should be in a position to employ a private security company to help them remove those people by physically dismantling those structures that are there. And the police would be there, including Metro Police in some instances, to make sure that it does not degenerate to a violent confrontation, that everything is done within the confines of the law as provided for by the court decision.
The police, I was report them, never helped me. When I go there, they said, I don't know the people to make some cases. I go 3 times. Now with these squatters, they said they know nobody. After was by Daily Sun, by the paper, the captain of Hammanskraal come to me, said, yes, he know the guy who sold my property is Colin, and then he will open a case. Then he opened a case, he said he go to the general, and then he come back to me, he said now they will help me, until today, never come back again. 2016 also was, the squatters was here, and then I go to AgriForum, they help me again with court order, and then we make it permanent, the court order. And the Red Hand come, they remove the people. From 2016, no problem. The whole year was no problem. 2017, no problem. Now the start is here. They start on the 30th of May on this month. And from the 30th, they start to clean. When I go to the police, it was on the Friday, the 30th, I go to them, I give them the court order, I tell them to go, please tell the people they mustn't put shacks. They never go to the people. Then they said, it's not their area, this is Rietgat area. From Rietgat, they say Soshanguve area, but I am under Hammanskraal area, not Rietgat or Soshanguve area. So that's why they don't help me.
We need to unlock the economic potential of this country's land. If ownership, tenure, and the use of this country's land remains restricted to a small minority, as it is today, we will never realize the contribution it can make to the growth and development of our economy.
That is why, as a department, we discourage illegal invasions. Because remember, for you to have those services, it requires planning, it requires resources. To put services in place, you have to draw water from somewhere. Sewage must be offloading to somewhere. Electricity, there must be legal connections, and so on. Normally what we do, even when we're talking about allocation of land, as we are now talking about a rapid land release program, we're not going to take people to a place where there is no electricity, water, or sanitation. It requires planning, it requires pegging of the stands, it requires installation of internal services for the usage by those people that are being relocated, so that you don't end up in a situation where there are no toilets, there is no water, there is no electrification connection in a place. It creates a problem, and that's why we say these illegal acts are not making lives of those that are invading land any easier. These make their lives very difficult because those services do not exist. They're not budgeted for, and nobody will take responsibility for such.
I think the court order, when they issue a court order, they issue a court order through the lawyers. And the lawyers, they know what is supposed to happen. And that's why I'm saying it is their responsibility to make sure that they get the sheriff to go and execute that particular court order. Yes, they can pass by the police station for escort. The police will escort them to make sure that they execute their duties without disturbance. I believe he knows the process. He have to go through the courts so that those people can be removed if they need to be removed. And the police will assist where it is necessary. When the court order is there for them to be removed, and when the sheriff is there to execute his duties, the police will make sure that they escort those particular individuals to go and execute their duties.
The land question is by no doubt the biggest Achilles heel of our democracy.
We're going to unite all our people to take our land. The message must go out very clearly. White monopoly capital is using the courts to intimidate poor, landless people.
Because in reality, land was acquired illegally. But our people who are in degradation, who are in poverty, they are forced, in fact, to take land. And I think, government and the ANC in particular must find methods to ensure that our people are placed in humane, settlements.
60% or 58% to be precise of people who have filed land claims in South Africa have filed those claims in urban areas.
The majority of our people, many of whom are hungry for land so that they can use it as an economic resource, are locked out of the utilization of land.
I know that even municipalities, they've got their IDPs, they've got plans where their budget is going to be channeled to. Now, if people are going to go and occupy a piece of land that has not been earmarked for development, it's unavoidable that they are going to be confronted by those challenges. And now that leads to a situation where the conditions in those areas are appalling, because there's no sanitation, there's no water, there's nothing. There are no connectivities whatsoever, including electrification. That's a problem. And that is why we have always said to our people, work with us, don't do that, because it puts people, and kids in particular, and elder people in a very difficult situation where they cannot access basic services. Now, if people break the law, it makes it difficult for government to endorse the breaking of laws where people go and invade a private farm. For instance, we're talking about a private farm. As government, we're restricted. We can't walk into private property and put services. let alone the fact that we have not budgeted for them. It is illegal for us to go and put services in private land. And you can rest assured that the farmer whose land has been invaded is not going to put money to put services in those areas.
I can't